We now know how DNA is copied, but does that explain the statement we made earlier that ultimately the DNA molecules contain instructions for all the proteins, enzymes, carbohydrates, lipids, and other nucleic acids in the cell? Let's now try to see how this is so. There is a portion of our DNA that gives instructions for the synthesis of each protein in our body. The DNA that gives instructions for making this protein is a gene of that protein. For example, all of us have the protein hemoglobin in our blood. When our body makes this protein, amino acids don't just link up randomly. The gene for hemoglobin directs the synthesis of that protein. Every molecule of the alpha hemoglobin has a chain of 141 amino acids. Looking at a portion of this sequence, the first 7 amino acids in the F chain of hemoglobin are leucine, serine, alanine, leucine, serine, aspartic acid. Each amino acid is there in a definite place and order because the DNA sequence of the hemoglobin gene specifies it. How can DNA sequence direct the synthesis of hemoglobin? This takes place in 2 steps. First, the information in DNA is transferred into another form. DNA sequence is transcribed into RNA. This step is called transcription. In the second step, the information contained in RNA is processed or translated into protein sequence. This step is called translation.